Good Morning America continues. And let the games begin. TV big dealer himself, Monty Hall, plays Let's Make a Deal once again as we kick off our game show reunions.
Hi.
Hi.
Fancy meeting you here. Big fun in the studio today, Elizabeth.
This week we're taking you back in time to a simpler world, a world where people didn't eat bugs on television or play, like our series Play It Again.
Yeah.
And our series Play It Again takes us back to the time when game shows were bubbly funfair, and the naughtiest word that you'd ever hear was whoopee.
Oops.
Oops. So this morning we're going to play it again with GMA's Game Show Reunion Week.
$20,000! Somewhere in the world, there's a game show on TV right now. Hundreds of them in nearly 40 countries. One network airs game shows round the clock.
We like to watch people either answer a question or perform well or execute a stunt, and then there's a prize at the end.
When TV was young, watching shows like Truth or Consequences and What's My Line was a wholesome family event.
Are you engaged in the entertainment world? Mm-hmm.
Half a century later, new audiences love classic game shows, like the Newlywed Game, hosted by the legendary Bob Eubanks.
Where specifically was the busiest place the two of you ever made whoopee?
My apartment.
He predicted you would say it was at a drive-in movie.
Oh, maybe that wasn't you.
That was 1977, and after all these years, we tracked down those newlyweds, Sharon and Garvin Kotzen, who are now in their 50s and still married.
We have 3 beautiful boys.
We still enjoy each other's company.
Very much so.
He makes me laugh, and he shows me he loves me every single day.
Sharon forgives her husband for the newlywed blooper. They fondly remember that era when game show hosts were pop culture legends like Bob Eubanks and Wink Martindale.
Here's the first question.
Wink hosted 19 game shows. Monty Hall was the original host and co-producer of Let's Make a Deal.
$600.
This morning, in a rare television treat, Monty joins us to replay the game that for 45 years featured 30,000 costumed contestants. They took Monty's money.
These are $1,000 bills.
And then were tempted to return it for what they hoped was a big prize, under a box or behind a curtain.
A beautiful
And while times and prices have changed,
$4,414.64.
making a deal can still be an emotional mind game. Wow, $4,000.
I know. Which doesn't exist anymore. So this morning, we're the show that takes you beyond making whoopee to the TV's big dealer. Come on in, Monty Hall.
Oh, that's the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah, it is. This is a thrill. It's a thrill to have you.
Well,
nice to see you. Wait, Monty. Just in case, I just got ready in case you were to ask me for something. I have a light socket in my pocket, and I also have.
Lame.
I am so excited, and I have a paper clip. So in case it were to come up, then I could get like $500.
I checked in the hotel last night. I came in from the coast, and the bellboy said to me, he says, I'll give you $5 for a paper clip. The bellboy said that. I said, wait till tomorrow morning.
So people still, everywhere you go, try and make a deal with you. I mean, does it happen all day long, every day?
Everywhere. It's been going on. Don't forget, I started the show in 1964. This is, what, 44 years later?
Wow.
People still stop me on the street. Everywhere I go, on the plane, the stewardess, the pilot, everybody plays Let's Make a Deal.
I'm always curious because whenever you do a job like this and you have to look out into the audience, can you spot the risk takers? I mean, how do you pick out the person you know is going to lay it all on the line?
You don't have time to spot them, but I'll tell you one thing. People always ask me, who are the best gamblers? Who are the ones who will risk? The women are the best gamblers.
Really?
When a man wins something and you ask him, do you want to go for the door? He realizes he worked hard that week. He just won a prize. He's not going to give it up. The woman says, hey, this is my chance. I'm going to go for it. I'll give up the washer and dryer and I'll go for the curtain.
Now,
women are the best gamblers.
Is that scientific now that you've spotted that they're most likely to go for the curtain or go for the bigger box? Or I'm such a huge fan. I'm sitting here going, this is Monty Hall. I used to skip school.
Did you really?
Skip school just to, well, maybe first period.
No, they're not predictable. It's really take a chance, and whatever comes up, you play with it.
All right, now you guys came up with some really inventive games. I mean, you made this whole television game show thing just a regular household. You couldn't miss it. So you came up with the pick the box and pick the curtain thing. How did the doors work? Did you know what was behind the doors?
Of course, I had to know what was behind everything, because when I offered them something, I couldn't go from something worthless to something worthless. I had to make sure there was a contrast. So I had to know where everything was, and then the whole script is up here in your mind.
Were you ever tempted to signal or wink like?
No, you couldn't do it. You could not do it, because if you wanted to slant something towards a contestant, it would destroy the real authenticity of the show. So you had to be very neutral about the whole thing. Of course, I was happy when they won, but I wouldn't tip it off. And now, watching the trend to new game shows, is there one that you like? Let's not pick the ones you don't like, but is there one that you do like? No, I'll tell you, the thing that I don't like is that the emphasis now is on millions of dollars. Yeah. In our show, the biggest prize we ever gave away, and that was on our nighttime version, was his and hers Cadillacs, and Cadillac was selling for $30,000.
Wow.
So I think $60,000 or $70,000 is the most we gave away. And, today,
and look how excited people got.
Yeah, and the excitement, rather than
I had as much fun when somebody produced a hard-boiled egg for $50 as somebody winning $1 million today. So did I. And this morning, Monty, we're going to have some more fun. We're going to talk about a few of the games here. We're going to play in the next half hour. So
our audience is going to play.
Yeah,
they're all dressed up and ready to go. Coming up, Jennifer Lopez joins us with more on how to get